Welcome to Kiki's Chat Show. Today is going to be quite interesting because I've had this guest before, and we're going to talk about something which is really, really interesting. And it's got to do with our minds and our thoughts and the way we think. In view of all of the things that have happened since the football, it is time that we start thinking about what our next move is. And I'm talking about Africans in the diaspora. We really owe it to ourselves to start thinking clearly what it is that we want to do, where is it that we want to go, whether we want to stay and still be treated in this way, disrespect, disdain, and no acknowledgement, etc., etc. All of these things are very important. And it is so important that we put our minds together to determine our future. People, my guest is a bit late. I think she's having traffic problems, although this is remote, but we'll look at it that way. But whilst we're waiting for her, maybe we should think on things that are happening around us in the world as who are outside of Africa, and whether we want to go back to Africa. Do we want to go back? Even third generations. Are you happy with the way things are? Look at what is happening in America. Look at what is happening in England after a football match. A football match where I think the first goal that will put us onto the excitement of us thinking the ball was coming home, the cup was coming home, that goal was kicked by a black man. Now, black people seem to be doing very well where they are until they put a foot wrong. And then they're called monkeys, animals, they're maltreated, they're abused, they are even attacked physically. In America, they're just shot. Is this acceptable? Should we put ourselves through this? Should we continue generation to generation, give birth to sons who are treated in this way? Today we're discussing a book, and this is the book. It's called The Mindset Revolution. You will not be able to see the writing on this book, but look at it. It's a thick book. Yeah, this is where the camera is. A huge book. And I have had to read it seriously for days to be able to have this interview. And I am still waiting for my guest so that we can talk about it. One of the questions I want to ask you listeners is, where people who are doing things, we're working here. I mean, we are adding to our communities here. We're adding here. We are doing all of the things that we think is making us good citizens, and yet somehow we're still not there. We're not there. Working. My guest is here, but I cannot see her. She's vanished. Guest, can you see me? This chat cannot be had unless my guest is here. Otherwise, I'll just have to tell you a Nancy stories. It will be a Nancy stories. My guest is still here. She's trying to reboot in another laptop. Just then I froze and she's still trying to reboot. I don't know what's happening really. This is not good. People, I may have to try and go somewhere else. Because this is not working for me. I don't know what's going on, but I may have to use another streamer. I'm going off and I'm going to come back on another. If you don't mind, I shall just put it on there again and you can come on because this is crazy. It's not working and my guest can't manage to get on, so I'm going to come off totally. So I'm going to go off. I don't even know how to get out of this bloody thing. So I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to start again. Okay. So bye-bye. Be well. I'll be back in 2 minutes.